by population are at an advantage. So while not asking we discard this, I think it needs to take a lot of introspection. My Abon over there made a point. If you take this to the North Central, sir, who will it be for? Is it the Nupe people, the brilliant Ibibio people, the Igala people? In my little experience in Nigeria, whenever you do this, every tribe in every state will also come out and say it's their turn. Merit prevails, sir. I think part of the reason why this sense of injustice continues to go on is because of the failure of governance, the failure of social equity. So, Mr. Speaker, I implore that we do not set a dangerous precedent and put it in the Constitution without due diligence, which I'm sure the Constitutional Review Committee will do so. But while it tackles injustice, I must agree with the previous speaker. This could really set us back. And finally, unfortunately, we are but human beings. What happens in the event of death? May God bless the soul of President Umar Musa Yar'Adua, but I guess he passed away at a time when it was quote-unquote the time of the North. And the Vice President comes in. Is it actually fair to ask a Vice President to step down in the event of the unfortunate occurring? I think we should still adhere to good governance and provide.
That was Mohammed Bello, El-Rufai, giving reasons at the floor of the House of Representatives why he is opposed to rotational presidency. And that his reasons are not enough if we are to tell ourselves the truth, to kill that bill. Of course, the bill has been killed, but it is also important to draw attention to the truth and to the fact. He said that if you take rotational presidency to North Central, who will it be for? Then he began to mention ethnic groups in the North Central. He said, will it be for Nupe? Will it be for Egala? He could have added, will it be for Idoma? Will it be for Tiv? Will it be for all the other ethnic groups that you can find in North Central? If you go to Nasarawa alone, you are likely to get up to 6, 7, 10, 20 ethnic groups or more. He said, who will it be for? That issue of who will it be for is immaterial. The point is that you are taking the presidency to the North Central. When it gets to the North Central, whether you are Nupe, you are Egala, you are Tiv, you are any tribe, as long as you are from the North Central, you are from Kwara. Even in Kwara, there are so many ethnic groups. You can come out and contest. But the point is that every section of the country is given opportunity to be able to have a shot at the highest office in the land. There is no kind of good governance that you can do in this country that will reduce the fact that no section of this country should be allowed to predominate in any area of human endeavor. Every other person, every section ought to and should be given opportunity to have a shot at the highest position in the land. Okay, let us take, for instance, now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently constituted the board of North Central Development Commission. He has constituted it. The chairman is from the North Central. The managing director is from the North Central. But all of them didn't come from the same state. okay, the board has been constituted. All of them, they didn't come from the same states. But the point is that North Central know that they have a commission. This is their own. Nobody is asking now that the North Central Development Commission had been formed, whether the board chairman is Nupe, whether he's a Gala or Idoma or any other tribe or Igede or whatever. Nobody's asking. The point is that this belongs to the North Central, and the federal government has helped them by appointing people from that area. Now, if it were to be an election, if you know that you are from the North Central and you know that you have the capacity to deliver, you present yourself. It is now left for the Nigerian people to decide whether you can go. In fact, if you get to the level where maybe when they got to the turn of the North Central, it was a Nupe that was produced as president. When he rotates back again to North Central, the people of North Central can also do themselves a favor and say, okay, the first time it was a Nupe that went, let us select from, let the next person not be a Nupe, let it be from any other group, any other ethnic group from North Central. It is as simple as that. Even as I talk to you, there are many states in Nigeria that are practicing rotational presidency. I know for a fact in Niger State is divided into Zone A, Zone B, Zone C. And that is how their governorship position has been rotated since 1999. And there are many states like that have been rotating their presidents based on the 3 territorial zones in their state. In Imo State, they are trying to do that after the end of Ozodema, if he is sincere. They say, okay, the governorship of Imo State is now going to go to over a zone. People are lobbying for that. So that is not the idea that when it gets to your zone and you have so many ethnic groups, that is going to affect the chance of who will come out. It's not true. If you are from that zone, you come out. It is now left for Nigerians to decide. But at least it is far better for a young child, a school child, to know that he is going to have the chance, no matter how little it is, to be president of Nigeria, if he does his work well, when he becomes a man, than a situation where it seems that some people have monopolized this presidency over a rigged population and a rigged system that favor certain sections of the country. Then he also brought up the issue of what happens if the person dies, if the president dies. Or is it fair to tell the vice president not to take over? The issue of zoning, according to the 6th geopolitical zone, was well spelled out by Dr. Alex Ekweme of blessed memory, the former vice president of Nigeria, when he presented this 6th geopolitical zone and rotational presidency to the Constitutional Conference. And he made it clear what will happen in the case of death of a president. Unless if the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Carlo, didn't do his due diligence, he didn't do his work well. If he had studied Ekweme's blueprint, which he presented, there is no dispute about who will be vice president. in the case of a president's death, unless Benjamin Kalu presented a different thing altogether. I have not seen the bill myself. They have shut it down. But if he presented it the way Ekweme presented it at the Constitutional Conference, there will be no dispute. For instance, the Ekweme proposed 6 vice presidents. He's talking about 6 vice presidents. Nigeria will have a president and 6 vice presidents. Now, these 6 vice presidents will represent all the 6 geopolitical zones, including the zone where the president comes from. Therefore, if the president is from North Central and he dies, then the vice president from North Central, because it is still the turn of the North Central, will step in. The power will not go to Northeast, because the vice president already is from the North Central. The presidency will not go to the Northwest, because already the vice president is from the North Central. In fact, that would have solved the problem of Umaru Musa Yar'Adua that the country had over Umaru Musa Yar'Adua when he died. Because if Nigeria had followed the rotational presidency with 6 vice presidents, as Yar'Adua died, somebody from Northwest, who is already the vice president, will just step in and make sure that the Northwest concludes their presidency. There wouldn't have been all this bad faith that emerged at his death, and some people tried to stop Goodluck Jonathan from even stepping in to be acting president before he became president. That matter would not have arisen, and the North would not have felt shortchanged at that period that he died and somebody from the South took over. And that affected the zoning arrangement in the PDP. So Ekweme's 6 geopolitical zone presidency was well thought out, unless if Honorable Benjamin Kalu presented a different thing altogether at the National Assembly, and that would be sad if that's what he did. Because under the 6 geopolitical zones rotation, Ekweme spelled it out. You have 6 vice presidents and 1 president, but the president will have a vice president from his own zone too. All this is to give a sense of belonging to every section of the country. Unfortunately, the Abacha and co, they took that his 6 geopolitical zone, and it has been used in Nigeria up to today. But they rejected the idea of the 6, the rotational presidency, but they took the idea of zoning offices across the country. That's why up to today you see everything now is being done in Nigeria according to zoning. It was Ekweme that brought that thing up, the issue of zoning, creation of 6 geopolitical zones. Everybody is now enjoying it. When they are appointing somebody, say, okay, even service chiefs are being made to represent geopolitical zones and all that. It's all because of Ekweme's thoughtfulness. But the most important of them all was rejected by the military. That was the rotational presidency. So if you follow if what was presented at the National Assembly by Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker, is exactly what Ekweme presented to the Constitutional Conference, I don't think that there's anybody that should worry himself, like Mohammed El-Rufai was talking about, that what if the president dies? That matter is settled by the original man that came up with that idea of rotational presidency, led Dr. Alex Ekweme, former Vice President of Nigeria. I don't know whether this is enough for you to see that what El-Rufai presented as a problem to rotational presidency is not at all a problem. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.